Block main thread until Python background thread finishes side task. I have a threaded Python application with a long-running main loop in the background thread. This background main loop is actually a call to pyglit.app.run, which drives a GUI window and also can be configured to call other code periodically. I need a do_stuff duration function to be called that will from the main thread to trigger an animation in the GUI, wait for the animation to stop, and then return. The actual animation must be done in the background thread because the GUI library can't handle being driven by separate threads. I believe I need to do something like this. Edit. Use max_n_times instead of stop_time to clarify why thread.join duration won't do the trick. From the documentation for threading.event. Wait, timeout, block until the internal flag is true. If the internal flag is true on entry, return immediately. Otherwise, block until another thread calls set to set the flag to true, or until the optional timeout occurs. I found I can get the behavior I'm looking for if I have a pair of events, paused_ev and not_paused_ev, and use not_paused_ev.wait. I could almost just use thread.join duration, except it needs to only return precisely when the background thread actually registers that the time is up. Is there some other synchronization object or other strategy I should be using instead? I'd also be open to arguments that I'm approaching this whole thing the wrong way, provided they're good arguments.
I ended up using a queue similar to what a query suggested, and making use of queue.task_done and queue.wait.
Hoping I get some revision or additional info from my comment, but I'm kind of wondering if you're not overworking things by subclassing thread. You can do things like this. I find this makes more sense when the method you want to run is something that is more appropriately a member function of some other class than it would be to as the run method on the thread. Additionally, this saves you from having to encapsulate a bunch of business logic inside of a thread. All emo, of course.
It appears that your GUI animation thread is using a spin lock in its while true loop. This can be prevented using thread-safe queues. Based on my reading of your question, this approach would be functionally equivalent and efficient. I'm omitting some details of your code above which would not change. I'm also assuming here that the run method which you do not control uses the self.stop_time value to do its work, otherwise there is no need for a thread safe queue.
I made solution based on a g.d.d.c. Advice for this question. There is my code. Also, you can use thread.join to block the main thread. It is better way.